All right.
dude.
And we. Hold on.
Wait, what? You cut out of my end?
Okay, we should be live. Yep, we are the live, my good friend.
We
Hi,
are the-
hello, everyone. This is Winsor Lizard at YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Not Twitch, not D Live. This is Winsor with your homie Tig.
Hello, everyone.
It's Tig119. If you haven't seen his content, he's a Twitch streamer, really good Twitch streamer. He plays a lot of TF2, Borderlands. Is that right?
Currently it's mostly just TF2 stuff, but I am wanting to do other games. Right now I'm just kind of using TF2 as just the baseline, I guess.
Right. Plug in my phone.
But I am wanting to do a bunch of games. Like, I think next week I'm probably going to do a single-player playthrough of one of my single-player games, like, say, Fallout, New Vegas, Subnautica, the very first one. Not the Sub-Zero one, because I don't have that yet.
It's nice.
Or, if I get enough people who are willing to watch, maybe a blind playthrough of Deltarune.
Okay, yeah, man.
Because I have absolutely... I only know maybe certain characters. Like 3 characters at most.
Hey, do
the
you know
2 main characters that you know right off the bat. And then, like, I think one other character, I think he's all about chaos or something like that.
Okay.
That's about it. I have no other knowledge of the rest of the game. I forcefully tried not to look up anything, not even watch it, get playthroughs of it, just because I want to use it for maybe streaming at one point. So say, fuck it, see what happens.
Also, do you ever know if my stream's up? It's not showing up on my phone or anything.
Give me a second. I don't know.
Do you want me to give you a channel link?
Yeah, give me your channel link real quick.
All right,
actually, hold on. I can go to the advertisement channel.
There you go.
That'll work.
What are you doing? What are you doing? This is Real Talks.
What are you doing?
I think this is the second Real Talks I've ever done where we just sit down, we relax, we have no filter, we just talk. I know, and usually at this time at night, I'm asleep, but it's my mother and my family don't have school or work tomorrow, so I'm good. I took my meds a couple minutes ago, which makes me drowsy, and usually I take my... It's 10, my dude. So what if it's 10? It's a late night stream, you know?
It's 9:03 p.m. where I'm at, so it's not 10 just yet.
And hey, Demando, we've streamed at 1 o'clock at night, remember?
Ah, hell.
Me and him are best friends, by the way. Me and Demando. But we've streamed at like 1 a.m. before. It was a blast. I was cussing my ass off. I'm like, I don't know if I can. I was just so tired.
I haven't done a late stream yet, mainly just because right now I kind of just want to keep my schedules consistent on the streaming, because I don't want to do like out of nowhere off time or like in the middle of the night. Like, I think I've done that once, and I wasn't really much of a fan of it on my end, mainly just because one, I guess for most of the people who did watch, didn't really like they wouldn't know my actual schedule, and I would almost never see them again.
Right.
Because they like way off time of my current schedule.
I gotcha. And if anyone's
usually
good,
it's like usually between like it's always at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time or Central Time, if I'm saying that right.
Okay.
Or I think it's like 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, if I'm correct.
All right.
Wait, I'm looking at the wrong stream. Whoops.
Yeah, I got the link. Hang on.
No, I got it. I found it.
Oh, because I switched to one of my other channels.
Like, I was just like looking at something. I was like, wait, I'm looking at your fucking stream where you're like singing.
Yeah.
Whoopsies.
Yeah. All right. I linked up everybody. So no. Okay. Yeah. On my tongue, I am live with
whoopsies.
Tig.
Let me switch my accounts on.
There we go. Now they know. Now your server knows that you're live with me.
Fucking Lucas.
Oh god. So oh my poor neck. Jesus.
That's in the streams can last between 4 to 6 currently in terms of hours for my streams.
True.
But I haven't really figured out how long I want to do it. Mainly just because I don't want to put too many hours into it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Also, basically, I don't want to have too many moments of just sitting there going, well, it's quiet, because either my friends are off or I'm starting to get bored of playing TF2 all the time.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I think it's time just to cut it off now.
True. I know how you feel, man. But let's get into some real shit. What was I gonna say? Like the title it says, Real Talks. I'm gonna get into some shit. So recently I found out I am one of the heaviest people in my group of friends. Like, I shit you
people,
not. Like, heaviest person in my group of friends. It's better. I found out that I don't look as heavy as I am. But I am. I'm heavier than most of my friends. I'm just like, what?
I'm just big boned.
No, the thing is, like, last time I was at the doctor's, they told me, I think I was around, like, 270 pounds or something. And they were shocked. I was shocked. I was like, no, that can't be right. And I realized, I let myself go for a while. I'm not doing good. And they told me, you have to cut off all these different foods and drinks. I'm like, I can cut off certain things. And some things I can moderate, but there's just some things I can't take out. Mm-hmm. And they told me, can you do your best? I'm like, I can do my best. I can try my best. But when I got a job, I suddenly dropped 30 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, this can't be right either. I can't drop 30 pounds in just time. But I realized I wasn't eating anything. I was constantly moving.
Yeah.
And during a portion of that time, I was as happy as I could be. I had who is my ex now? I had
losing a good chunk of weight will always make someone feel so much better because you're not lugging that much weight anymore. Like at least whatever amount you lost.
Right, and it was noticeable. But the thing is, at the time, my grandfather was in a really bad state, and unfortunately, soon after he passed away.
And then I'm guessing that's where you let yourself go.
No. Things went spiraling downhill after that. My girlfriend then broke up with me. Soon afterwards.
Wasn't it you that broke up with her?
That was the last one. That was the most recent one.
Oh,
but before that,
okay. This is well longer ago. Okay.
Yeah, I was with this girl for about 1 year and 3 months. She was,
okay.
and no hate towards her. I mean no disrespect towards her, whatsoever. I don't care if you guys don't like her, but I mean no disrespect towards anybody really. No matter how mad I get at people, no matter how pissed off I will get at you. Okay. I will not hold a grudge against you. Never hold a grudge against people. I can't keep a grudge. I will eventually break down and apologize because I don't want that. I don't want to be in a bad situation with people.
Holding your grudge at this point is just like a waste of energy and mental stability. It's just like sitting there going, I don't like this person because this thing happened years ago that I honestly forgot exactly everything he did in the first place.
Right, but
that's why I don't care. I don't usually. It's just after, like, I'll probably be mad at that very moment, but the next day, forgot about it. Wait, what happened again?
But the thing is, I spoke with her recently, and she's matured so much. She really has become a different person since the breakup. She's gotten over it, and I've still working on it. I haven't completely gotten over it, and that's why my last relationship didn't work because I wasn't completely over the fact that I lost her. And I need to still come to terms with that, and I am. I'm doing my best while trying to look for a job and trying to pay for stuff, trying to keep my family in check. Because, they have 2 trips. They have a trip to Ecuador coming up in June, and then they have an Egypt coming up next year, which put a big dent in our wallets. Not my wallet. But I am desperately trying to help out as much as I can. That's why I'm looking for a job right now to help pay for that stuff, pay for utilities, food, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not very good with money for one thing. Kind of wish I was. Right. But I'm getting better. I'm trying to get better, and right now I'm trying my best to lose weight, even though I have stuff all around me that I could be eating or drinking. But the other day, I used to be addicted to ramen a couple months ago. Like, I could not stop eating it. And that was putting so much damage on my liver and organs that I had no idea about until the day of the doctor's appointment. I started getting pains in my body. I'm like, oh, what the hell's going on? They told me, you got to cut off the ramen. I'm like, excuse me? You need to cut off all that sodium, all those fats, those trans fats. I'm like, you know what? You're right. You're right, I am. So that day, I cut off all my ramen. I threw out all the ramen in my house. I think about 3 weeks later, I bought a box of ramen. That box of ramen sat in my closet for the next 2 months.
Damn.
I would touch it here and there, but at one point, I'm like, this tastes like ass. This is disgusting. That's when I realized, oh my god, have I gotten over my addiction?
It's just the reason most people will buy ramen, at least to me, is just because how cheap it is. It's very basically cheap, a whole box of I think was it 12 you can get or something like
12
that.
12 packs. There's also 32 packs. If you didn't know, there's
the main ones I've ever seen is just a 12 pack.
Right.
I think that's like what? How much? Like under $5? Like even
Not
less
even
than that?
$5, dude.
Like
Oh
not
my gosh.
even $5. Yeah.
I mean, a pack
So
of one
like
pack of ramen goes for like 12 cents.
exactly, it's so cheap that one box of that can last you probably for a couple of weeks, depending on how many of the packages you eat. Obviously,
If you were to eat a pack a day, that
yeah,
would
one
last you
pack a day for
12
just
days.
lunch and not worrying about dinner. That's gonna be
Yeah,
something else. I guess.
that's a whole 12 days, almost 2 weeks.
That's 12 days. So yeah, almost 2 weeks, which is not bad. But again, the amount of sodium that's in
Yeah.
said ramen is ridiculous.
Right, and I would eat 2 packs, maybe 3 packs on occasion, and I would just chow it down. I didn't realize how bad it was for me, but now I realize, and I'm exercising more. I'm trying to move as much as I can. I hate sitting in this chair. Right, I hate sitting in this chair for hours on end. I really do. That's why I tell myself, you got to get up, go downstairs, walk around, feed the cats, play with the cats. You know what I'm saying? But there's just times like, oh, I don't want to move. And I get like that, but I need to step up. I don't need other people to tell me, you need to step up. You need to do this. You need to do that. I need to do that. I know I need to do that. I need to do this myself. I don't need people constantly telling me because I know I need this to be done, and I need to push myself to do these things. I can't just be lazy, sit around, and do nothing. I have to get up. I have to get a job. I gotta pay for stuff. I gotta help my family. And my dad right now, he's gotta save up for knee surgery. He's getting one of his knees or even both his knees replaced. And I told him, I want to be there for you. I want to be there for like a week or two to support you. He's like, I'm willing to allow that as long as, if you have an employer, then they're all right with that as well. All right, I'll see what I can do. And at the time, I was working at a restaurant, which in all honesty, let me tell you something. Working as a busser is hard. However, the people there treat you like family. The restaurant I worked at treated me like family. They were the nicest people I'd worked with.
Yeah, some restaurants, they usually are almost like family in some cases, but there's some restaurants that will just treat you like just a grunt.
Right.
So it depends. Sometimes it depends on the type of restaurant. Like, say, for example, it's a family-owned one. Oh, yeah, that's definitely going to treat you at least somewhat like a family.
Yeah.
It'd be the best time to ever have working at a job is when everyone's just on board with everything. They know each other. And they're always there for each other, and they understand when you're going through something. Someone
said, "Oof, knee surgery. May he find help. Find the help he needs. Same with the rest of your family." I appreciate that. Thank you, Demando. But some of you may notice like there's a twitching in my neck. If you guys, I never really explained what that was. It's in multiple places in my body. Usually at different times. Every few seconds you see the twitch. What that is, it's I guess a very mild case of Tourette's.
Huh.
Yes, it's not Tourette's. It's called tics. But it usually gets worse during stressful moments, which I'm having a bit of right now. It used to be the point where I jerk my head back really hard or really, really bad forward. And at one point, when I moved down here where I am now, no, listen. The thing is, when I moved down here, there was this group of people, and I'm not trying to be racist. I'm not trying to be against anyone, but there's a group of black guys. I don't have a grudge against them now. I don't. I really don't. I'm sure they've changed. If they haven't, I'm sorry. But, they saw me. I didn't know who they were. I don't know how they knew me. They looked at me like, hey, twitchy, because I had that twitch in my neck. That wasn't even going on at the time. I don't know how they could have known me when my twitch in my neck was gone for that period of time. Right. And then all of a sudden, I'm walking by with my friend. We're ignoring them. One of them comes up, decks me in the face really hard. I was 13 years old. I have no idea. I think it was just because I was ignoring them. 13-year-old me just took it. Didn't do anything. I kept walking. When my back was turned, one of them got up behind me, slammed me to the ground, and just wailed at the back of my head, hitting me constantly. I'm screaming to my friend, yo, run. Go get help. Don't get caught up in this. Next thing I knew, my ear was completely black, bruised, and bleeding. My other ear was fine. I don't know how. But, I ran off away from them once he got off me. I told the office at the apartment complex. I told my family. And then all of a sudden, my buddy, who I told to go get help, he got everyone in the apartment complex. All of my friends, and even people who don't know me or like me that much, they all came out looking for these guys.
Damn.
I'm like, really? And one of them, who'd be my...
One's about to get their fucking ass beat.
Yeah. But one guy who stood up for me, he unfortunately died in a car crash a couple years back. He was a good support to me. I miss him. I really do. He was like, he just came up to me, He's like, I know there's people who don't know you or don't like you here, but we're all gonna stand up for you. We don't let this happen. Your family. I'm like, shit, man. Fuck.
Like, no one deserves to get just beat up for no damn reason.
Right.
No one deserves that shit.
Right. Even if it's someone I don't like and they just got beat up, I'm like, all right, who the fuck did this? You wanna fucking go? Let's go.
It's like you beat up one person in like a big old apartment complex that, like, yes, you may know each other and not like each other, but here's the thing: if you beat up one of them, you're gonna get the whole apartment complex probably coming out and going, "Okay, who the fuck did it?"
Yeah, exactly. And we still don't know who it was to this day. Until one day they came back. I was about 15 or 16 at the time when two of them came by. They're like, "Oh, look, it's Twitchy!" And I was visiting some friends. And my friends, we're all older. They're like, "Hey, man, if they jump you, we're tagging in." I'm like, no, don't worry about it. So we're walking by. One of them comes up to me, pushing me a bit. I'm like, "Listen, man, you really don't want to do this." And we got into a fist fight. I was the victor of that fist fight, thankfully.
Nice.
The other guy stood out. He didn't want to get involved with it. It was just the one guy. So, unfortunately, he came out with a black eye and some other things. But he's like, you know what? We're not going to mess with him anymore. I think they got the message after that.
Yeah.
I think they got the message.
Once, if you try to fuck with someone who you thought would probably just do the same shit last time, where they would just ignore you. Yeah, I think after you jumping them the first time, I think they're gonna go, okay, maybe if they do, we're gonna fuck them up next time.
Right. But what was I gonna say? Fuck. I'm trying to remember. Like, I'm not a fighter. I don't like to be a fighter. I never was meant to be a fighter. But when I need to, fight or flight, fight's gonna activate if I really need to.
Exactly. I usually would rather try to go through situations without using violence.
Yeah.
But in some cases, you kind of have to use some form of violence for protection.
Yes.
And it sucks that when it has to go to that point, but you're going to have to do something, because if you don't, more violence is just going to happen with the violence they're using if you don't respond with violence, I guess. Like, I don't know. It sounds weird like that, but obviously it's just, I want to try to make sure to take care of the situation without violence, but if I absolutely have to and need to, that's when I can use violence for protection.
Right, and now it's pouring outside. God damn it, Tig. No, but what else was I gonna say? Okay, here's something weird. I get on my mom's case for this a lot, which I think I should do less because she's my mother. But we have two completely different political views, and she gets angry at me at times because of it. And I understand. You have your political views and you have your opinions. I have my opinions. I have my political views. I don't think we should fight about it, but we do, and it's going to continue to happen as long as politics are around. I'm sure. I don't think there's ever going to be a real agreement unless something major happens. Your mom's husband. Hold on. Hey, I need help with my homework. Is it possible for a polar bear to maul a killer whale underwater without drowning? Unfortunately, no. Killer whales would easily take down a polar bear. If you do a size comparison to a polar bear and a killer whale, the killer whale could easily either outswim it or drown it. It could easily drown it, grab its leg, and drown it. I've heard situations where a polar bear could kill a killer whale. It would have to be a very small killer whale, like a baby. Right. It'd have to be a baby killer whale or something small.
I think the killer whale has to be stuck on land a bit at that point.
Right.
It's basically whoever's on whoever's turf, aka polar bear for land mostly, and then water for killer whale.
Right.
If the killer whale is trying to get on land and is stuck on land, polar bear is going to kill the fucker.
Oh yeah.
But if the polar bear is in the water with it, yes, they can swim decently well. But here's the thing: something that was made to swim in water, I feel like they would just outright win overall.
The following question asks, is it able to maul a beluga whale? Oh! That's a completely different story. Beluga whales, I know a bit about beluga whales. So, I actually have done research on this stuff before. I've done studies.
I need to look up what a beluga whale is.
They are the cutest fucking whale, dude.
Oh, okay.
They have this.
Aren't they? They're not very. They don't look dangerous. Or
They're not very dangerous. They could be, but usually they're not. They're very in danger right now, though. But
they're endangered. Yes, I don't think. Like, I think a polar bear would easily kill this, just because it doesn't seem like he would be able to do enough damage to the polar bear.
No, listen. This is a common thing. Polar bears could easily kill a beluga whale. This has been shown from time to time. They can if they can grab onto it, pull it out, they're done. Beluga whales are done. Yeah. It's much smaller than a killer whale. I think the maximum length of a beluga is 20 feet. They grow about 2 tons, I believe, a ton or 2 tons, but polar bears could easily take that out, no problem.
Aren't beluga whales like they have like this special like sonar?
They have something in their neck,
like,
I believe, where like dolphins, they can move their neck weird ways. They do not have sonar.
Like they're able to detect things in the water so much easier than any other fish.
No, they don't have sonars. Okay,
so they don't have they have something to basically help them,
move their neck.
Identify things in the water nearby, right?
Not that I know of, actually, no. Thanks, guy. I appreciate it. No problem, man. I got you.
Maybe it's a different fish or whale or something like that. I'm thinking of.
You might be thinking of dolphins with echolocation, because dolphins, whales are actually quite similar. But yeah, I can see where you're coming from. But you got me the good question. I know a lot about whales and actually lizards. I'm an expert when it comes to certain lizards. But I recently found out with bearded dragons, I think it was if the eggs are in 36 degrees Celsius temperatures, then they are female. 36 or above. Anything below that, they are male. And they say with global warming, the females could easily take out the males because it would just keep becoming female on female, and eventually the race would die off. Which is an unfortunate thing to think about because bearded dragons are one of the most, if not the most common house lizard pet. They are the most chill lizard that you'll ever get. Probably the easiest thing to take care of, easiest thing to feed, easiest thing just to care for, and they love people. I mean, if you've seen bearded dragons in their tanks when other people come around, they're so interested. What's up?
I was correct on the type of whale it was. The beluga whale. It's echolocation is what it's called.
It does have echolocation, does it?
That's the one I thought for some reason I was thinking sonar, but it's echolocation.
Yeah. Do they have echolocation?
Yeah, they do, apparently, from what I'm looking up.
Huh.
They're able to, apparently the reason why is, I was looking at pictures because I was wanting to see if there was, a whale that knows echolocation. There's one about a beluga whale, and it says, the source is, why belugas aren't afraid of the dark, I guess.
Right.
And I'm like, huh. And it's just because they have some form of echolocation ability.
Right.
Which is basically, I think, what a dolphin has, too? Because there's another picture involving a dolphin, so,
Yeah, dolphins definitely have it.
I had to look more into it, but, yeah, go back to what you were saying.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, bearded dragons. So, if you've ever seen a bearded dragon up in their cage, when someone new comes around, they're usually very interested. They're going to be scratching at the glass, trying to see, who is this? Can I... But I think what people do, bearded dragons, when they wave, if you've ever seen a bearded dragon wave in a video, that's usually a sign, you win, I give up. And if they bob their heads up and down and puff out their beard a bit, it's like, yo, get the fuck back. I am aggressive.
Aggressive mofo.
But really, when they're really pissed off, bearded dragons, that's why they're called bearded dragons, the scales on their chin and their jowls, there's this weird bone in their neck where it pushes out, making them look way bigger than they are. They'll open up their mouths, their whole beard will go black, and they can even change all their scales to the color black. They'll flatten out their bodies and just look as intimidating as possible.
To scare off any, predators that could be after them.
Right, any predators. Usually it doesn't work, though, because they're not very scary, in all honesty. But they have a hard bite. I've been bitten by a bearded dragon. It's not pleasant, but it's not that painful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my first...
Obviously, for animals, the whole, their defense mechanism where they try to scare them off, it does work in the wild in some cases. But here's the thing: if an animal's that fucking hungry, they're just gonna say fuck it and go for it anyway.
Right.
Because if they're hungry, they're gonna die of starvation if they don't get anything.
Right. But I think my first bearded dragon, I named him Gary. Cutest little thing. We got him when he was a baby, from a tiny little pet shop right next to the movie theater. We got him a big old tank and everything. This fucker became huge. I think 2 feet long.
Damn.
And that's usually their max. That is how the biggest they can get. He was a big fella. One day I went to my father's house for 10 days. All right. My mother got a video of him trying to claw out of his cage, grab onto the curtains that were right next to his cage, and was climbing out. He's like, I'm getting out. I gotta find my master. Because every day I would take him out, I would pet him, I would hold him, I would play with him every single day. I wouldn't try to miss a day. And I think he loved that attention and needed that. So he was looking for me. And one thing I would do, since I was a little kid at the time, I didn't know how lizards worked. I tried prying open his mouth one day. He was closing his eyes like, no, I don't want to open my mouth. And I was like, what would happen if I put my finger in his mouth and let him bite me? I regret it.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. I mean, you miss Echo. Yeah, Echo is my second bearded dragon. He was a great little guy. We don't know exactly how old Echo was, because we got him from someone who, apparently, from what they said, they got him as a baby, they raised him, and then his original owner was just a kid at the time. They went to college and couldn't take care of him anymore. I was like, holy shit, that's an old lizard. But we got him. We had to get him from their house. We had to pick up the entire tank, grab the lizard, and move it from the upstairs room all the way downstairs. Put it in the car, which is difficult, and keep the lizard, getting all antsy. So I had to hold the lizard on my chest as he took the entire 40-minute car ride home.
Damn.
He was like, I don't like this. I don't like what's going on. So he's just trying to crawl around, get over my shoulder, trying to get on places. I let my little brother hold on to him. And eventually, when we got home, I took him out. He's looking around. He's looking at my dogs at the time. And he's like, I don't know what to think of this. What do I do? But, what was I going to say?
Where am I?
It was a new environment for him. But he eventually, I actually have pictures if you want to see after the stream. He was a good little guy. What was I going to say? Fuck. And so, one day, we got home from a cruise. Whenever I got home from a cruise, didn't feed him for a couple days. I usually give him as much as I can, make sure he's fed. One day, he just wouldn't eat. After the cruise, I'm like, that's funny. Usually, he'd eat. So, yeah. I waited a little bit. The next day, try to feed him again. Nothing. Day after day after day, I tried feeding him. For, I think, 4 or 5 months. I'm not exactly sure how many months it was. He wouldn't eat. I would give him plenty of water. But that's all he'd do, would just drink. And this is after my dog died. I don't think it had anything to do with it. But he had his best friend, the cat, Endora, my first cat. Big old black cat. But she would sit next to him all the time and just relax with him. Sit under his heat lamp and just be there with him in this time. Because I think she knew something was wrong. Like, they were best friends. I would see her licking him and such. It's like, oh, that's so cute. But one day, he stopped drinking. And I was so confused. I'm like, why aren't you drinking the water, buddy? He wasn't full or anything. But one day, I just went up to him. I noticed he stopped walking completely one day. Like, I knew his back legs were giving out. I knew that was happening. Because he stopped. Because he wouldn't walk as much. I knew something was wrong with his back legs until one day his front legs completely stopped working. And I knew, this is his last day. I knew it was going to happen, so I put a little thing over him, turned off his light, and left for about an hour. When I came back, the poor little guy was stone cold. He was gone.
Damn.
I tapped him a bit, tried to wake him up to see if he was asleep. He wasn't. He was gone. So I was the one who took him out back and buried him. It's sad. But that's how life goes. And digging the hole, I think I ran into a power line or something. Or a water line. I was like, uh-oh. I didn't crack it or anything, but I'm like, maybe I should dig somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I found the right spot. I put him in there. Put the dirt over. I'm like, this hurts. This really does hurt.
It does, because it's like you lost a bit of family.
Yeah, he was my best. He was my companion. And then every day since, whenever my mom goes outside or something, the black cat Endora, will wait at the glass door and just meow.
Aww.
Ever since that day, I think she lost her friend. And I think she wants him back. I'm like, man, that's sad. Yeah, and I know, if I got a bearded dragon, they can't eat that. So, they're not going to try to fight it. Because the thing is, we've had smaller lizards get in the house, and they got destroyed by the cats. Like, what the hell, cats? What are you doing? And we actually got a rare lizard, blue-tailed skink. I don't actually know the name of this skink, but it had a long blue tail, very rare in this part of the area. I'm like, whoa. I noticed it had puncture wounds in it. I'm like, Jesus, who did this? Which one of my cats hurt this guy? So I think we had, I think it was Endora and Pixie and Merlin at the time, I think. But I was like, Jesus, cats, what are you doing? You can't do this.
Cats do what they want. They'll knock over your glass on your table without you realizing it.
Jesus Christ. I've had that happen. I put this cup on a counter, and I just left it there. I went to use the bathroom. Next thing I know, slam. I'm like, what? I look at it to use the bathroom. I'm like, oh, there's no liquids on the floor. Nothing. Thank God there was a sealed cap. But I was like, I'm looking at the cat up on the counter. Did you really just do that?
And the cat looks at you and meows.
Yeah, cat.
I would like to get a cat, mainly just because, like I guess for pets overall, for me, I haven't really had much of a pet other than maybe ferrets right now. But I've always been around dogs, or at least other people's dogs, and I always like dogs. Hell, I still do.
Oh.
It's just I've never been around cats as much because either not a lot of people own cats at places I've been, or I would see a cat, but they'll always be so far away.
True.
And they would just be looking at me from a distance. So it's like I would never really get close to one. But then, like after I met my dad's fiance's sister's cats. Yeah. Daubers and Luna is the names.
All right.
They're Siamese cats.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they are so fluffy, but they do have issues, like I guess temper issues. But I think it's just because my dad's fiance's sister likes to mess with them a lot.
Right.
So they. Like, I can understand probably why they're a little bit have a temper issue. But then my dad's fiance's brother got 3 cats. I don't remember all the names but one, Oliver. He is an orange tabby. Oh. The nicest cat you have ever seen. Like, he's a bit skittish, but if you stand still, like, don't do a lot of sudden movements and let him get close to you. He'll get close to you. He'll sniff you a bit. He'll occasionally rub up on you and all that. He is the nicest, sweetest cat I've ever seen. And at that point, I just wanted to get, like, a cat. Like, I just wanted to have one.
True.
Just get, like, an orange tabby, mainly.
Aw. That's cute.
Yeah, like, I would love to have a cat, but so far, ferrets to me, like, I like ferrets. It's just they don't last long in terms of years.
Oh, okay.
Like, I first had my 2 ferrets, which were Thomas and Tedders. We got them at a pet store, and they were multiple returned.
Really?
Like I didn't make the decision to buy them. That was with my my dad and my dad's fiance. They thought about it. They came back to the pet store after seeing them there once, and then was going to go buy both of them, but only Tedders was there. Thomas was already been bought out. So so we just had Tedders. So we brought him home. He was scared, but I was able to hold on to him when he first came home, and he actually fell asleep in my arms, so I was holding on to him. Yeah, and then the next day, Thomas was back. He was returned again. Yeah, he was returned again. So because of how many times he returned, they basically gave us a discount on him because, returned many times.
Right.
So he basically took Thomas home. And now both Tay and Thomas were back together. They're litter mates in the pet store.
Okay, hold on. I gotta respond to this comment. Young Gooby, what's up, man? Good to see you. Been a while. All right, you were saying?
Yeah, but pretty much, like, I've had them for so long, and then next second, Tedders started basically eating less or barely doing much, but he had congestive heart failure in the end.
Jeez.
We do what we could to try to help him when we got him to the vet. That's basically all they told us. We tried to see if there was any way we could fix it, but there was only so much we could do, and it was just, at this point, it was inevitable. So we had to get him and get a lethal injection.
I understand.
Let him sleep peacefully.
Yeah.
And I think the vet that we took him at, they asked us if it was okay, basically taking a paw print of him and a clay
Aw.
mold or something
Yeah.
like that, so we can keep it and it'll have his name and everything on that.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's somewhere. I don't remember where it's in the
God
house.
damn it,
But
Tig.
it's somewhere. Yeah. After he passed away, it was just Thomas, and
Yeah.
he was lonely.
Poor guy.
So we pretty much were like not sure what to do. So we went and got two other ferrets,
Yeah.
Josie and Tucker.
Oh.
We got them off of someone who was already owning them, but they were trying to sell them off because they probably couldn't hold on to them.
Right.
But apparently, where they were keeping them was in a garage.
Hmm.
And in Texas, that is the worst decision
Yeah.
to keep a pet at because one second it could be hot, cold, hot again, muggy outside,
Ugh.
moisture, dry, all that shit. And because of it, Josie's tail is pretty much completely bald
Ugh.
because of all that stress
Yeah.
from the changes of weather and all that.
Right. Right.
But we took them in, and it gave Thomas a lot more step in his. He was a lot more pep in his step.
Yeah.
Where he's around much more and actually socializing with those two,
Good.
and actually seeing him running around again, having fun.
Right.
And it was just nice to see that again with Thomas, because after losing Tedders, it was just kind of sad.
I understand.
But then, after so long, we having Tucker and Josie with us.
Mm-hmm.
Tucker started showing signs of not feeling too great.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember what happened. He wasn't going to the bathroom all that much.
Mm.
He had a blockage
Yeah.
in his bladder, and when we took him to the vet to get fixed up, at first, like, he was actually doing okay. He had to stay there overnight though, because the procedure and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at first he was okay. He was actually doing well. But then I got a call from my dad saying that he passed away.
I'm sorry, man.
So, like, it didn't matter how much they did. It was already too much for his bladder. 'Cause
Right.
He had to go pretty badly, I would say.
I got you.
It did all the damage that was like
Right.
could happen from that kind of blockage. Basically, it was like a bunch of miniature kidney stones, like sand almost.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
basically what it is.
Okay.
So he passed away. We put him in like a shoebox like we did with Tedders,
Yeah.
and buried him in the same place where Tedders was buried. So now it was just Thomas and Josie, and we could tell Josie was already feeling sad after them. But then Thomas started showing signs not long after Tucker passed away,
Right.
where Thomas was having issues. He was having seizures,
Ah,
lack
Jesus.
of sugar. We had a lot of moments where we had to feed him ourselves.
Yeah,
and
force
give him
feed.
sugar. Yeah, force feed him and everything. Mainly just giving him sugar, and it would work. But I forgot what the issue was, but I think his liver was failing.
Ouch.
Yeah, so overall he was basically just having like a form of like diabetes /
Yeah.
like liver issues. So
Right.
he was having a lack of sugar that we had to constantly keep giving him sugar. And we did what we could, but at some point it just didn't seem like it was getting better at all.
Right. I got you, man.
It's not the Tig stream, it's the Windsor stream. I'm just talking about.
I noticed your reach out. My God.
Sorry, but yeah, after things weren't going too well, we thought, okay, we need to do this because we don't want them to suffer. Because after, like, I guess we took too long in terms of Tedders to give him the lethal injection to make him pass away.
I got you.
But I basically told them that, like, I told my dad and all that at this point, I kind of just want to put him down because I don't want him to
don't want him to suffer.
Because, like, Saint Tedders suffering.
It's
wasn't
unfortunate. All right, so someone said,
So-
"Damn, I dropped in at a sad time." Well, it's about to get even sadder.
So yeah, we basically did what we need to. Thomas passed away. Then all that's left is Josie, and
Right.
hell, even now, I still say she's still very depressed.
I can understand that. You know, animals.
She's barely moving around. Like at
Right.
most, you see her walk around every now and then,
Mhm.
but it's always just to get something to eat and drink. At least she's eating and drinking and all
Right.
that, but that's all you ever see her really do. And after that, she just goes right back to sleep, and that's it.
Right.
Like at one point, I did see her have a bit more step, like where she was actually walking around a bit, but most of the time she would just crawl, like slightly, like tumble a lot, but then just eat, drink, go back to sleep.
True.
That's all.
I got you. But I believe some people don't think that animals have many emotions, but people
They
with
do.
pets, with multiple pets, will see, the animals definitely show signs of emotion and feeling towards other animals and their owners. It's an amazing thing, but
like people who think they don't have emotions. Here's the thing: if you like, there's a reason why they have reactions to certain things. Like, say for example, if you ever look up on YouTube of like a dog who gets rescued, at first they're
yeah,
scared, they're terrified because like they were alone, they had no one to be with,
right.
and
Were
they
in
were
serious
probably
danger.
abused from what owners they did have, and now they're
Right,
just
right,
outside cold, alone. And some of them, in some cases, are just straight up blind,
right.
so they can't really see.
It's unfortunate.
Like they're terrified.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it could happen to animals, it could happen to us. But it's stuff that we have to live with as a human race. As a human race, it's stuff we have to live with. What was I gonna say? Hold on. Someone said dogs have the mentality of a 2-year-old. Of course, they're gonna attach to a person for attention and family matters. Aw.
Because it's basically like a family at that point. It's like almost
Right.
if you have a dog with you,
Right.
they're gonna consider you as part of the family, like probably like the father or whatever, or basically
Right.
they'll see you as like the alpha male of the group, but it's you still take care of them,
Of
and all
course.
that. And like I think I remember hearing about a story of like when one owner of a dog, like he passed away,
Mm.
the dog would just be sitting there on his like grave, just sitting down,
Damn.
like just watching over.
Right, and that's the connection we have with animals. It's an amazing thing, yet it's also a curse at the same time, I believe.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? I said this stream was gonna get a bit sadder, and it's about to get a lot sadder. So
Yeah.
I'm about to talk about something that I've talked about in streams before. I felt like so my grandmother on my father's side was one of the closest people to me, and also one of the most distant person for me. I didn't get to see her much, and I wish I got to see her a lot more. She was all the way in what is it, Massachusetts, and I'm all the way down south. So it was tough. So whenever I went to Jersey to see my father and the rest of the family, we'd drive up there, take a 5-hour drive to go to Massachusetts and see her. And one day I was at home. I was upset about some stuff. I call her up. I'm like, "Oma, I'm struggling. I don't know what to do." She's like, "If you were here, I would smack you. Not because I don't like you, but because I care about you. Because you're a strong, independent man, Christopher." And I can't do a German accent because I'm really bad at this stuff. But she was very German. She actually escaped the Nazi regime, but as a child. And it's like, wow. Now I think back on that. But she was an amazing person. She got me through a lot of stuff, and then one day I heard, she's having trouble. She's having seizures and such. She's falling. And the last time I spoke with her, we were at her house. I unfortunately had to explain to her, my father can't be here all the time because he's got a job, he's got a business, he's got a family. I unfortunately had to explain this to her, and she couldn't talk much, she couldn't respond much, but I talked loud enough and at the same time kindly enough so she would understand it coming from her grandson, of course the person she really cares about, next to her son.
Yeah.
But I think she was shocked, but she I think she expected it at the same time. And soon after, she unfortunately did pass away, and that did a big toll on me. For the next few days afterwards, I was completely emotionless. I just sat on my couch downstairs next to my mother, completely lifeless. And then she took me out of school for a few days, so we go to Daytona. We went to the beach. We saw a bunch of stuff. I got my mood up for a bit. But when we got home, I was still upset. I was still struggling. I talked with my dad. I talked to my mom. We got through most of it. I still struggle with it today when I talk about it, as you might see. But it's just a part of life we have to get through. And recently, I was telling a couple friends about this. I have these really weird dreams at times, and I had one of these recently where I woke up in this room. It was a completely white light. Everything was a white light. Okay. And I remember seeing my Oma there. unfortunately, I spoke with her. I said, where am I? What's going on? She looked at me and said, what are you doing here? Why are you here? And I told her, I want to follow you. I want to be like you, Oma. I want to be strong. She smiled and said, you're already strong enough. But you can do better. You can do better. Go on. Go live your life. Something along those lines. I don't remember everything, so it's going to sound differently with people I talk to because I don't remember the exact words. But I woke up seconds later, and I'm just like crying my eyes out. I'm sweating. It's like, what the hell's going on? I question a lot of things. Personally, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in a lot of this stuff, but I have a lot of these different experiences that make me question if there's an afterlife. And I've been to a Christian school. I went to a Christian high school. They teach us all this stuff. They didn't try to push it on me, but at times they would. But I question a lot of this stuff. It's normal for me to question stuff. I question a lot of things. But this just hit me hard. This hit me really hard. What's another story we can tell, Tig? We'll lighten the mood.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of something.
When in doubt, pinky out.
I'm trying to think of something that is like much more lighthearted, at least. Yeah. I guess all I can think of is negative stuff, sadly.
Damn it, Tig.
Anyway, because that's all I can even remember the most, because it's just stuff we went through in life.
Right,
and it's just like, ugh.
That stuff's gonna stick around.
I try my best to look at the positives, and that's what I try to do the most. But sometimes, like, I don't know why, my brain just likes to just drive off to, all right, the left turn is to Depression Land. The right turn is Happy Land.
Right.
Hard left.
Jesus Christ.
Or hard right, actually. I'm sorry. Like hard right, like straight right into the depression or whatever
it was.
Analogy I was trying to go. I forgot. It was like, I think, was it right?
I think it was left. That was Depression Lane.
Okay, so yeah, okay. For whatever the lane I put, it would be whatever the hard
left.
At. Like hard left,
Jesus.
right into it, and I'm just like, well, shit.
All right, someone suggested movie reviews or anime reviews. Do you watch anime, Tig?
Anime, I don't watch too much. Like, mainly because there's probably a reason to this to me.
Okay.
Like, I do like watching certain animes. Like, for example, I'm still, like, I'm not sure if it's out yet at this point. I haven't really checked in. Okay. But there's, like, I'm waiting for a new season of Overlord.
Yes, there are 3 seasons out right now.
Well, I think, wait, is season 3 out already?
Yes, it's dubbed and subbed.
Wait, season 4 I'm waiting for.
Wait, is there a season 4 confirmed?
I don't know, actually.
That's the thing. I want there to be a season 4. I finished all 3 seasons. I want a season 4. I want to see what happens.
Season 4.
Oh my god, I love Overlord. You don't understand.
Yeah, like I'm hoping that there's gonna be an Overlord season 4. The new Hero Academia season, obviously.
True.
I think those are the 2 biggest animes I can even think of in terms of like episodes and stuff coming out.
Right.
But I haven't really looked into any others, but I have been thinking about going in to watch One Punch Man.
Yes.
What was the other one? There was like one other. I keep forgetting the name, I think.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
Yes!
Yes!
Because here's the thing. I tried watching into it, but for some reason I feel like it was hard to get into on the first season.
Yeah.
Let's see.
No, I understand that. The first season is probably the hardest part to get through, in all honesty.
I'm not even the bother saying that because I feel like I'm going to butcher it.
No.
So let's look this up.
No, because, what is it? Kimetsu no...
Kimetsu... I don't know why I almost read it as commit suicide.
God damn it.
Shit.
Commit suicide, you loser.
Commit suicide. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
This looks like an old school, isn't it?
Let me look this up myself.
Premiered April 6, 2019.
Really?
No, this is new.
Oh, shit.
It just looks like an older school art.
Kiba with a Y. Oh, shit.
At least looking up, it looks like the manga stuff.
The manga?
Like, I did read a lot of manga. Or manga.
That's it. I'm pulling out the gun. I'm pulling out the gun, Tig.
It's manga, or wherever you want to pronounce it. Because at my school, like back when I was in high school,
Right.
they had a whole section, and I think the stuff that I remember reading was Fullmetal Alchemist. I think a little bit of Fairy Tail because they did have a decent amount. Somewhat of Blue Exorcist, but they didn't have every single book.
Right.
They didn't have every single one, so there was like I think up to a certain point. Trigun, which I do like a lot. Like I love the manga. I'm gonna say manga. Fuck it.
Manga.
The manga of Trigun I loved so much. Like I remember watching the animation.
Yeah.
But the manga just has so much in it that I actually love the whole thing.
No.
I think I even read the One Piece one, even though it's basically 1-to-1 with the animations. That's the funny part. Like I know like the order is slightly different in some spots, but it's pretty much 1-to-1, at least from what I've read.
Oh my god, dude! People are saying they want to get into One Piece, the anime. I'm like,
oh hell no! I would sit there and go, good luck, because there's like thousands and thousands of fucking episodes.
No, there's almost 900 episodes now.
Oh fucking hell! It's like
it's crazy.
Like, if you're not into it, I would just say just no. But I remember watching One Piece long ago on like a Cartoon Network.
Yeah, Adult Swim.
Toonami. No, it was called Toonami on Saturday nights.
Yeah.
And I think the version it was basically the 4Kids version.
Oh no! No.
Well, in terms of the dub, because I remember the opening where let me find it real quick.
Coming out of the barrel.
But I kind of liked the opening. It wasn't that bad, at least from what I remember, and I loved it from first seeing it. And I think this is where obviously probably Dragon Ball was the very first anime I've ever started watching because Dragon Ball.
It's Dragon Ball.
It's fucking Dragon Ball. But, out of all the animes I've ever seen when I was young, it was either One Piece that mainly got me into it, or I think slightly Inuyasha and Adult Swim.
Inuyasha was a good one. Right.
Inuyasha wasn't terrible. Like for some reason I kind of watched it. Like I kind of liked it, but I don't know why. Put down the pitchforks, but I never really got into Dragon Ball, to be honest. I don't know why.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying it's terrible.
Right.
Like, it was good, but I don't know. I just wasn't into it.
I feel like when it's Dragon Ball, there's a lot to take in. Because there's so much.
Here's one dumb joke I made about it. Isn't the whole premise of fucking Goku
screaming
is no, not just that. He's mentally retarded. As in, here's the thing. You think about it for a second.
Yeah.
He bunked at one point when he was it's like the child form. He bunked his head. Next thing he's all happy. Before he wanted to destroy the earth and shit.
Yeah.
But next thing he bunked his head. Now he's just like, yeah, happy, yeah.
I mean,
and now he just fights everybody. Like lets them get their full power. And it's like, yeah, you're your full power.
And then he gets gut punched.
Oh no, you blew up the moon! Everyone, lend me your power! Fucking
Jesus Christ!
I don't know. It's like he's got like some mental issue where he's just like, Goku, fucking just beat him up. Just don't let him power.
He had to let a woodwork instrument be a father to his son. Screams and charges Kamehameha for 3 episodes. Misses.
Overall, it's the whole premise of Dragon Ball is just Goku just has some mental issues in terms of just he's got maybe ADHD or something, I guess.
No, I got it. Goku just fell into a coma for all this time after hitting his head as a baby.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
It's just all a dream. It's not real.
It's just all a coma. Then he wakes up.
He wakes back up and he goes, "Well, time to blow up the earth."
Jesus Christ. That'd be an interesting way to end Super. Huh? I'm awake. Well, time to kill all the humans.
Just just forget the dumb joke. But basically, Inuyasha and One Piece were the 2 animes that I like. Hell, I didn't even know it was called anime.
Yeah.
Because all I could think of was I was just a dumb kid.
Cartoons,
and that's basically what my dad would call it. But now, after actually knowing what it is, it's like, oh, it's anime. Wait, does that mean the Pokemon's an anime?
Technically speaking, yes.
And technically, yes, it is. It's anime.
Yeah.
So it's just like, well, shit.
No, do you remember back in 2013 or 12 when Beyblades were a thing?
Oh, hell, I never got into that.
You never got into that?
Nope.
Grookey
I never
gang.
bought a
Hey, just
single thing.
dropping by random live streams. Nice to meet you, Grookey gang.
Like, hold on. Like you said, 2013, right?
I think around 2012 to 2013. Yeah. Actually,
2012.
before that. That's when they came out,
Okay.
like fucking spinning metal tops that would fight each other.
Yeah, I remember.
They know the Beyblades. Oh my god, back in elementary, dude, like 5th grade.
Beyblade,
No, you want me to go? I actually have some in my little case back there. If you guys want me to go get some, tell me. I actually have a couple left behind. I can probably grab them right now if you want me to.
I'm trying to remember all the cartoons I've went through as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I remember most of the Cartoon Network stuff. Like,
Right.
literally just mostly Cartoon Network stuff. Because, I don't know, I guess I wasn't into Nickelodeon. At times, I will watch Nickelodeon when there was nothing good on Cartoon Network. That was
Good
basically
point,
how
yeah.
everything go. But I remember shit like Boomerang, like most of the Boomerang stuff.
Right.
Because that's when they would show it on Cartoon Network at some moments to promote it.
Right. So they brought those back. The Beyblades, I know, I heard about that. Beyblade Burst. It was like, ugh.
Yeah, let's see here. Cartoon
Give me 1 second.
Network.
I'm gonna grab something real quick. I'm just gonna.
Alright.
It's like 10 Beyblades. Hold on. Let me grab this real quick. Oh Jesus, how am I gonna open this? Open it. What the hell's even in this thing? Jesus Christ.
I don't
there's
know.
some. Jesus, what even is this? What was I doing all this time? Jesus. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. God.
Yeah, that's part of why I don't listen to stuff.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's 2000. Didn't I just? Hold on, let me just make sure. Yeah, 2008.
Good
Yeah,
enough
that's what I got
example.
to YouTube. So hold on.
Hey, this is a good enough example, y'all. Oh God, Bay Wheels. I do remember that. Oh God. So
Oh, the wheel. Oh, the car wheels or whatever it is.
Bay Wheels,
I
yes.
remember the commercials of like the car wheels.
Okay,
where it's
so-
just, like, you let it rip and it just drives, and I just remember the memes of that shit.
I remember this Beyblade. The longest lasting Beyblade. Something Orion. I don't know. And then I got like some knockoff Chinese brand off Amazon. So I got this little piece of shit. I don't
If I'm
know.
correct, there's still tournaments of that shit.
Yes,
in
there are
Beyblades.
still tournaments for like in Japan
Like
for the
Japan,
new
yeah.
Beyblades.
I remember. I think I watched this one clip where one kid's like
God.
got hit, I guess, the right way, and he was like already reacting like, "Yep, I lost to this."
Yep. Jeez. I remember. I always wanted to participate in the tournaments, man, because they had like money prizes and everything. Like shit. Good times.
Just for fucking letting it rip.
you, oh my god, you missed Duel Masters? Yeah, Duel Masters.
Duel Masters.
I believe it was a card game. I remember seeing like episodes a
Hold
long
on, let
time
me look
ago.
it up.
Yep.
Duel Masters, because I don't remember that.
I remember them. It was a long time.
Oh, wait a second. I've seen this. Never mind. I've seen this on Konami. This
Yes,
looks like a weird Magic the Gathering, actually. Like, looking
Right,
at
it was a card
now,
game, right? But
It's a card game that looks like almost like Magic the Gathering in terms of some
Right,
art. Like a
right.
combination of Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh art styles.
yeah.
It's weird.
Also, I have another thing I want to show off. I think they're up there. I was the only kid in elementary who had these kind of cards. All right, give me a sec. Oh, Jesus. But these are cards that no one. Oh, no, wait, those are not the cards. Fuck.
Let's
Never mind,
see here.
y'all.
I'm like looking at these.
I don't know where they are. There's these old cards. They were the Beyblade protagonist for Jump Force. Oh God, Jenga. That was his name, Jenga. But what were they? I forget what those cards were called. There's these weird cards that I had. Like no one knew what the hell they were. Like, they might be in my closet. Give me a sec. I'm not mistaken. They're in my closet. Hold on. Jesus, where are they?
Oh, okay. So I guess it was. Well, no wonder why it looks like it reminds me of Magic the Gathering. It's like a combination of like fucking like Magic the Gathering in terms of the art with a bit of like Yu-Gi-Oh slightly. In terms of the art styles, at least.
I couldn't find it.
Hell, I'm looking at one.
Well, this'll
image,
have to
it
do.
reminds me of fucking Yugi.
Hold on, I'm back. Give me a second. Let me put on my headphones.
Alright.
What's up?
I was just talking about dual monsters, like looking at. I think the main character almost reminds me of Yugi in a way, just black hair instead.
Yes. Okay, but you know, sarcophagus. You know what I'm saying, guys?
Mm-hmm.
Just look at the stream. Just look at this.
Oh, good.
Sarcophagus.
What the fuck do you have a sarcophagus?
Actually, it's from one of my grandmother's friends she went to Egypt a while ago and she had all these different stuff she bought. And this is one of them.
Obviously
she also has yeah, they're knickknacks. But still, they were cool. They were really interesting to me. I'm like, yo. She's like, you want these? I'm like, shit, why not?
Yeah, why the fuck not? Be cool decoration.
Yeah, man.
And then one weird story to talk about.
But
You're like, that's a conversation story.
Right. She's like my grandma's best friend. Shit.
Imagine just having like one of those fucking cutout images of like one of the certain like celebrities, like for example, Danny DeVito.
Oh
like,
god!
Just have that somewhere in your house. Have someone come over. It's like an instant conversation starter. It's like, why the fuck you have a cutout Danny DeVito?
Well, let's talk money. How much will you pay for it? $10,000.
$100.
No, 10,000 more. More.
It's like
50,000.
It's like he's like, I want it. It's Danny the fucking DeVito.
Remember I remember Bakugan. Oh my god.
Yeah. Like, hold on. Bakugan.
No, listen. I might still have the Bakugan too. I had over 100 Bakugan when I was a kid.
Oh, these things! I remember
spinning
these.
the balls.
The fucking weird, like you just roll it and it transforms outward.
Yep.
I never got into these.
Am I interested in Detective Pikachu? I'm not sure right now. I'm gonna see if I have my Bakugan. So you got me looking.
Even
at
though
all
I
these
never
things
got into these, for some reason I have 2 of them. I think. I never bought them. I forgot how I got them.
I don't even know if I have them anymore. That's the problem. Jesus.
I don't even know which ones they were. I don't even remember. Holy shit. I don't know. I guess a lot of these I never really got into. Mainly because I think either one, I just thought they were a knockoff of another.
What's it? Let me put on my headphones, Tig.
Let's see. I'm looking
No, that's not gonna work. Fuck.
God damn it, you that fucking.
Yes! The sombrero! Yeah, I heard they brought Bakugan back after 7 years. It's like, holy shit. But I wonder where mine went. I don't know. Isn't it great? Yes. Gotta love sombrero, man. Straight out of Mexico, man.
Straight out of Mexico.
Well, that's how I got it. I got it out of Mexico. It's fucking great. It's like $45. I'm like, $45? I'll give you 15. Sold.
Every time when they bring back old cartoons, though, overall, they always suck ass.
Right.
The new Powerpuff Girls.
Teen Titans don't.
Well, technically, I don't even consider that back because it's something completely different at that point.
Speaking of Teen Titans,
I heard
classic.
Didn't I hear something about there's a potential they're gonna bring back the old art style?
I heard,
because
but I don't know.
think something about the movie or whatever. I don't remember.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that. I've actually played that.
Yeah.
I think it was on the original Xbox.
Right.
Yeah, I remember playing that. I think the disc is fucked up now.
Damn. I mean, I have some old classic games that I used to play, like this old Godzilla game, Ed and Eddie: The Misadventures.
They're just each reboot of a fucking show is just cash grabs, trying to build off of nostalgia and thinking, hey, maybe we can get back our old fan base.
It's unfortunate.
Like, didn't they for example, Powerpuff Girls reboot? Didn't they just fucking put a shit ton of memes for some reason?
I don't know. It was just shit.
I never watched it. Never cared enough.
Right.
All I know, they added some new Powerpuff Girl. That is just strange in terms of fortunes, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Huh. Yeah, that's right. Oh. Also, I ordered something on eBay a while back. One of these VHS tapes because
that's what I thought. It was from the Teen Titans Go movie, saying that they're bringing back, and I'm like, if they bring back that art style and all that shit, I'll be completely fine with Teen Titans Go as a whole.
Have I heard?
Here's the thing, I'm fine with it. It's just I don't like it.
Right.
I'd rather have the original Teen Titans that I grew up with and enjoy.
Right. Are you talking about?
watched it and I still liked it.
True. Are you talking about
In some cases, like I would say, the first season was meh.
Right.
The first season was very meh, mainly because of like you didn't really know too much about the characters, especially when it's your first time seeing them, and they just acted weird.
Right.
Also, I want to point this out. This is way off topic in terms of Teen Titans. I'm still looking at images of the Bakugan stuff, and there's like one that remind me of fucking Zoids.
Zoids?
Do you not know what Zoids are? It's like these robot, like animal mech things. Zoids. Hold on.
Wait, like the Transformers?
They're not exactly Transformers. Like, here we go. Here's an image.
Yeah, let me see this. Let me see this.
Yeah, here's an image of one for an example.
Because I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about.
They're like called Zoids, something like.
Oh my god! I remember those. Oh my god!
Yeah, I remember this as a kid, and I'm like, I never saw it again. And I was like, wait, what happened to this?
Give me a sec. My cat wants in. Give me a sec. Kitty, what do you want from me?
Wait, oh yeah, the Powerpuff Girls anime. I apparently that's a thing.
Yeah, what was
I
like
never knew that
Powerpuff
was a
Z or
thing
something?
until at some point. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, good times.
It just looks strange to me, but I guess
it's just weird.
If people liked it, I guess.
Yeah, man.
I watched it.
Also, so
yeah, these Zoids, like looking at these again, damn. Like, I think the only thing that was even remotely Transformers was that I think there was like add-ons that they would put on some of the Zoids, like additional armor and weaponry and shit.
Good times.
Like, looking back at all this old stuff, like how I remember watching a lot of, like, I didn't grow up with the original Transformers.
Yep.
The Transformers I actually grew up with was, like, the first one was Transformers Armada. And I have a good bit of the toys of those somewhere. They're probably somewhere in the garage. I think out of all of them, I have Optimus Prime, Megatron, Starscream. I'm trying to remember what the guy who transforms into a helicopter. I forgot what his name was.
I don't know. What do you want?
I think that's like, let's see. There's more. There's Red Alert, Hot Shot. Trying to remember. I think I have. There's like two other ones. One's just like a transforms into a crane. One's into a tractor. I don't remember their names. It's been so long.
Right. Someone asked, if you had to choose between teleportation and shapeshifting, which would you pick and why? I've answered this question before. I would pick teleportation because it's just more convenient. I really have no use for shapeshifting.
It depends, like, on, I guess, the limit of the teleportation at that point.
True.
Shapeshifting, I still say, isn't really that useful compared to teleportation, just because, like, say if there wasn't really a huge limit on it, like, say, oh, I can just teleport across the country. Yeah, I think I would rather have that.
Yeah. Hi, kitty. What do you want, girl?
What's wrong with the kitty?
She's just like, I want attention. Give me attention.
The stream is being invaded by me, the cats.
Me, Cadia, I don't know. Diodora.
Yeah, I'd probably choose teleportation, just because, even if it's short distances, hell, like, someone tries to jump on, you're just like, yep, boop, just gone. They're just like, where the fuck do you go?
He.
Okay. Unless it's, like, maybe even if it's instant transmission type, where you have to actually concentrate.
Yeah.
I think I would still prefer that.
God.
Because, like, I'm sitting there thinking, like, what could I use shape-shifting for? Like,
right.
Okay, I could disguise myself as something, but does that really matter? Just like, what if I disguise myself as, like, an animal? Next thing, the animal control came by. I'm like,
oh, God. Well, no, I'm screwed.
Exactly. But then it's just like, okay, you transform back to yourself, and they go, what the fuck? You're just on many amounts of alcohol. Just don't bother. Like, I didn't drink. Exactly. You didn't drink enough.
You didn't drink enough. So
fucking shit.
So for those who don't know, I'm a big collector of consoles, and I recently fixed my broken fuck. Give me a minute. Come on, unplug. Damn it. Broken. Oh shit! There goes my PSP. No. What it was, this thing was a hacked PS3 that didn't work when I got it. It kind of worked. It would turn on but wouldn't show up on the screen. So what I did, I opened it up, took out the hard drive, and Call of Duty in there. The kid gave me a couple games with it, and I was like, eh. One of the games didn't work. The controllers he gave me didn't work. Hold on. Okay, this question again. Oh God, you've asked this question before, man.
Let's see, if I had to turn into an object for a week or longer, Let's see.
A volcano.
It's hard to say, because, like, there's a lot of objects it could be.
A job application.
A job. Look, that's the object you would turn into.
Yes.
And just get
used
denied.
once and thrown away.
Yeah. I was thinking, like, the first thought was a tank, because, hey, I get to blow shit
tank.
up. Blow shit
No,
up.
even better, a helicopter.
Helicopter.
No, helicopter.
Copter. Oh.
Yes,
I thought you said something wrong, so I was like, okay, maybe you just said helicopter. I was like, no, I was right. You said helicopter. Well done.
Hey,
But, maybe a jet just to experience flight, like just flying in the air.
Oh, stop! Hey, get away from that!
Yeah.
Hey! Get away from that. Bad cat.
I guess I would just say some form of plane. Like maybe just like a hobby type plane that people will fly once in a while.
Tig, wouldn't you want to be a dildo?
tank. Oh God.
Should be made in the factory. Then you could go on TV show.
I,
So no, listen. You go on.
It's starting to remind me of this one video I watched where it's like, would you rather be a dildo or I think it was like a pocket pussy or something like that.
God.
But here's the thing: after people picked, he said, "But here's the exception: it's used by a gay guy." And the description they put was either, like, it's either you be a cave explorer or I forgot what the other one was, the description, but the one was the cave explorer.
Okay, what would I be? I would want to be, a shredder. Have you seen those videos? Those soothing videos like shredders shredding stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be those super powerful shredders.
This is a super powerful shredder.
So I can be on YouTube.
Shred your credit card.
I can shred your hand.
Oh man, I'm still like just. Oh man, I don't know.
You want to be in a?
Also, I'm still looking at these Zoid things, and god damn, I just remember these. I'm surprised I never got a toy out of these because they were selling these. I guess I just never had the money, or just I don't know. I don't remember the reason.
Because you're Tig. What do you want?
I think I had a choice between these or Transformers. I think at the time. And I think I just chose Transformers because I think there was like a much more options in terms of playing with them. Because like, hey, they can transform from a vehicle to a giant robot thing. So it's like I guess I just thought that in my head. I was like, yeah, I guess with these will go.
True. But guys, like I was trying to say before, so I got this. I got one of these 2-packs of a Dragon Ball Z cooler movie, and I thought, you know what? Cool. It's a cooler movie.
Wait, Gen X, as in like I think it's like a channel where certain cartoons were on. It was basically, I think, the older version of like. I remember seeing this. It's just like I don't remember what shows I have ever seen on it. I don't remember that part.
I'm not sure how long that stays the object.
Town, Holy Spies, Naruto. Those things were on Cartoon Network anyway.
True. Isn't it great, Tig?
Oh yeah, it was part of Disney Channel. Okay, I thought it was that, but I was like,
huh.
Like I remember seeing it, but I don't think I really watched it too much. Hell, like the only things I even remember looking at the image right now that has some shows of it. Totally Spies, Lazy Town, and Naruto, and 2 of those I've seen on Cartoon Network before.
Totally Spies, man.
Oh god, that show was weird. I remember, like, I guess I never really thought it was a problem.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, remembering the episodes, like it was weird.
Fucking weird. All right, guys. I think
how one person would put it, it was like a weird fetish like show.
Well.
Strange.
Like I said before, I think I'm gonna end the stream here, guys, because you know, Wenis gang. If you guys are interested, go follow Tig on Twitch. It's Tig119 on Twitch. Go follow him, please. God, he needs this.
I'm not that desperate for fucking shit.
Tig, please. It's okay.
God damn.
All right, you guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next stream. All right, you have.